Hello, I am Moira Nemedez, and this is my HDFS 400 hip hop final video. Coming into this class, I did not know that this was a hip hop studies class until the first day, because it was only labeled special problems, and then we had a Zoom link in our announcements, and then we discussed what this class was going to be about, and that's when I found out that it was a hip hop studies class. Um, the making of hip hop music was revolutionary and changed the game. Hip hop has a distinct culture when it comes to the type of clothes, language, attitudes, and customs that set them apart from other music genres. I didn't think I was such a huge fan of hip hop. I'm usually like an R&B type of a person, but going through the class and making a playlist with everyone in the class, I realized that I listen to hip hop more often than I thought I did. So that was nice to figure out. Um, I think the type of hip hop music that I usually resonate with are hip hop music that has a message, um, such as like social issues about race, gender, class, struggling through things, and family issues, etc. Hip hop music conveys different messages that other people may have experienced, and it helps relate to common people. This class was really interesting to learn about like the different sides of hip hop and the history and how it originated, and being able to see the difference between East Coast and West Coast hip hop, because I never thought I saw a difference until we started analyzing it. There are four different elements of hip hop: emceeing, DJing, um, break dancing, and graffiti. Hip hop artists express their music by singing about their experiences and also respecting others within the game. My favorite thing about hip hop is that it's so arbitrary and everyone can have their own opinion and meaning about how they perceive a song. We saw this in the paper that we wrote, the playlist paper that we wrote, about how people like perceive different songs that we may perceive differently. Honestly, the type of hip hop music I listen to is kind of like trap music, and I didn't know that there would be any messages related to my music. I mean, I like how it sounds and I like the beats, but I never really read much into the lyrics until writing our paper, and then I realized that there was more to the music than the beat behind it, I suppose. I really loved being able to see what type of music my classmates listened to. One day in class, we all picked a song from our playlist essay, and we listened to it and listened to what our classmates had to say about how they perceived the video and what they um, thought the video meant to them. And I thought that was pretty interesting. I think that was probably my favorite part of the class. Overall, this was a pretty enjoyable class. The assignments that we had to read weren't long, and watching movies and shows about hip hop felt like it wasn't much work that we had to do for the class per se. I like seeing the transition from old hip hop to new hip hop. Old hip hop was mostly speaking about a message and something that was happening that someone else can relate to. As of now, it's mostly talking about like making a lot of money, having hot women, nice cars, etc. This was a pretty enjoyable class, especially since the professor enjoyed and was so passionate about hip hop. So it really made learning about hip hop studies interesting. Thank you. Thanks for a great class.